To know why you should buy gold and not Bitcoin, look at the first time a nation replaced hard metal with a revolutionary abstract system of wealth. The year was 1715. France was completely broke after King Louis XIV died, leaving behind a staggering mountain of debt from endless wars. The national treasury was empty. Enter John Law, a Scottish gambler and convicted murderer who was also a self-taught mathematical genius. Law pitched the French regent a radical, futuristic idea. He argued that gold and silver were completely outdated. They were heavy, hard to transport, and choking the economy. Law proposed replacing physical metal with modern paper money. It would be backed by a massive, revolutionary enterprise called the Mississippi Company. The company held exclusive trading rights in French Louisiana. It was the 18th century version of a crypto initial coin offering. The desperate French government absolutely loved the idea. They gave Law total control of the national bank. Almost overnight, everyone rushed to trade their boring old gold for paper shares in the Mississippi Company, and the price went absolutely ballistic. Shares skyrocketed from 500 to 10,000 livres. The hype became a total mania. People from all over Europe flooded Paris just to trade. Peasants who bought early became staggeringly wealthy overnight. In fact, during this exact frenzy in 1719, the word millionaire was officially invented. People believed this new financial technology would go up forever, but there was one very small, fatal problem. The Mississippi Company was almost entirely built on hype. When skeptical investors quietly sent inspectors to Louisiana, they did not find sparkling cities or mountains of treasure. They found a miserable, mosquito-infested swamp. These early investors realized the wealth was a total illusion. So, they quietly executed a brilliant exit strategy. They sold their peak value shares and instantly converted their profits back into physical gold. One famous investor rented several large wooden carts, filled them to the brim with heavy gold coins, and smuggled his true wealth completely out of the country. When the general public finally caught on to the scam, absolute panic set in. Thousands rushed the national bank at the exact same time, desperate to swap their paper for gold. It was a massive, devastating bank run. To stop the bleeding, John Law completely panicked. He convinced the government to make it strictly illegal to hold more than a tiny handful of gold coins. They tried to force the population to accept the paper, but the illusion was already shattered. By late 1720, the shares completely collapsed to zero. John Law had to flee the country in disguise. To avoid being torn apart by mobs, the new millionaires literally burned their worthless paper. But the skeptics who quietly secured heavy, boring physical gold, they kept every single penny. When a revolutionary system promises you the moon, it might just be a swamp in disguise.